All right, get ready for some Eisenhower perinatal donor wall. This is the how-to official. So looks like that. It's going to be basically two aluminum panels that are going to be sandwiching a piece of polycarb right down the middle. So not a whole lot of moving parts on this one. So we got our two big ear pieces on the outside. Those are just clamp and bend. You've got some pieces little lords of that. You've got the backer pieces here. And you got the main piece here and a couple of capture tracks on the side. Just a single piece of polycarbonate with some island fill grooves on the ends. We'll make sure none of this gets scratched, obviously. Good luck with that. All right, so not a whole lot going on. You're just going to first bend this guy up, bend up all the pieces, but when you bend this one up, we will be clamping the inside. So your number one clamp is the outside here, bend at 90. Then you're going to open it up, slide it in, and you're going to go ahead and clamp on the inside, bend this up here, and create the channel. Then open it up, slide it out, and do the same thing. So bend one, and then slide in and clamp on the inside, bend two. And that should handle that. You're just going to bend these 90 and bend everything else 90. And it doesn't get any more straightforward than that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece and lords it. You've got cleco holes that match up. You're going to go ahead and lords this to these three pieces here. They go to the back. So a top view of that is here. So you can see where this piece is those pieces here. Right there, yeah. So that piece there, that piece goes behind this piece. That piece right there is in green. So that's the channel there. So you're going to lords this whole panel to these guys, and then that's it. That is the complete mounting structure for that. Then you're going to take each of these ear pieces here, and you're going to lords these to here, and make sure that these tabs, these are directional, they have to go this way. Make sure these tabs go to the inside. You can see where the tab is right here. Make sure they go to the inside of this thing where the bend is. So go ahead and lords those three onto that, and you're going to lords these three onto that. We're good to go. This right here is a number 10s. You're just going to number 10 that bad boy right to here. You got your 165s good to go there. When you go to put LEDs, you'll be using the principles like everything else. You're using the light tape. You'll see where you'll have a no-fly zone where you want to stay out of the way of here of the 165s. So your strip will live right in here, and that's apparent like that. So it's a little bit offset. So leave room for the screws. You'll run your power up to the top. You've got two little sneaky holes up top to allow this out, and you'll see the capture track has a notch in the top of it. So the capture track is directional. So you'll make sure that that goes up, and that just screws to the side there. That's really all there is to it here for fab. There's not much else to do. It's going to be all done on install because they're just going to install this over there, and everything's going to be taken care of. So I'm going to hand this over to install now. So once all that's done, out to paint, great. So for install, you're going to be basically getting a track like this all set up. This will be lords to these three pieces here. So you'll have this rig. What you'll do is just take this over there and put it onto the wall. And theoretically, there's a ledge there. And you'll just go ahead and put that right onto there and set it to the bottom, which leaves you, plus or minus depending on how it's a 1/4 inch from each side. But go ahead and just put this on the bottom, and then you'll be good to go. So you'll see there. So then this is where you'll run your screws through, and I put this towards the corner, so hopefully you'll catch a stud over here on this side. There should be a stud in the corner, so this should be able to wood screw in or metal stud, whatever. This would either be toggler or whatever you guys decide to do here. Once this is in place, then what you're going to do is just take your polycarbonate and insert it. So let's say we have this the way it's going to be. So you'll have your capture track there, and you don't have your ears in yet. So essentially you're just going to take your polycarbonate with its routed out groove and just slide it up against there. It should be the same size as that, so it helps you line it up. And then you're just going to take the capture track and capture it, and then just do number 10s all the way down. And you're just going to frappale. So that's right here. So you're just going to take your polycarbonate, put it into place, and it should rest on the bottom nice. And then you're just going to take that and screw this track right in, and then that's captured. So that'll be nice and safe. And then from there, this is just a friction fit. You're just gonna slide them in, and then it's just gonna sit. I got a little bit of clearance. There's another video where I made before, it kind of describes this, but your pivot point will be over here. So this is the only part that touches the wall, and the rest of it is just friction, how tight this thing grabs. So you'll slide this on, tuck it up right here so it looks nice, and then you can pivot kind of here depending on how much you need to adjust in and out. So depending on how much this thing's kind of funky, you can sort of pivot it right here, so you can see where that pivot point is. So it allows you to sort of adjust this if you need to. And then you have just enough play on the side here where there's just a little bit of gap. So if you have to, you can adjust these in the field. You know, this is only 12 inches, but if you have to, you can sort of bonk this tighter. You know, here you can grab this ear and this flange and sort of bend it back and forth a little bit. Same thing here. So these friction fit pieces that you're gonna slide on, you can slide them on from the front. Those guys here for the top view. Let's see, where's the side view? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So I left a little bit of space here. So depending on if the guy has overcooked these or undercooked them, you can go ahead and bonk these a little bit and open them or close them as you need to be. So that way these will have a nice, tight, snug fit right there and keep them from moving around. So like I say, you can just take your little mallet and kind of open this up or close these a little bit if you need to. Just give them a couple whacks. Then this should have a nice, tight fit. You need this space or not. Just be careful when you smash them in that, you know, if this goes and touches this, then you'll have a little bit of space there. So you should be able to kind of fine adjust this to get that to where that acrylic or the polycarbonate's just nice and flush on both sides. So anyway, and then once that's done, you're going to have a paper pattern for these letters that you'll go ahead and drill into the polycarbonate, and also you'll just lay that up there. The family birthplace should be printed into the graphic, and then you can put the 1/8 inch acrylic letters on there with VHB. So I'm not sending any flat cutout letters yet because I don't have that file, but for right now we can send all the rest of it. So anyway, hope that explains things. If you have any questions, hit me up.